When I first started exploring artificial intelligence in coaching, what struck me, truly stopped me in my tracks, was the sheer potential of these tools to lighten the mental strain that coaches carry every day. You see, coaching often involves drowning in an ocean of information: client notes, assessment results, performance metrics, market trends. It's relentless, and making sense of all that, nearly impossible without some help. There's one coach I remember vividly, someone I worked with early on. She was meticulous, determined to help every client break through their challenges. But her process, well, it was unsustainable. Night after night, she'd stay up until the small hours, scanning her notes, trying to spot something, anything, that might spark a breakthrough. And yet, despite all her effort, she still missed critical connections. She simply couldn't process all those variables at once. I mean, none of us can. That's where AI stepped in and changed everything. These systems can analyze vast quantities of data in seconds: client history, session notes, even subtle linguistic patterns. And what happens? Patterns emerge, trends that no human brain, no matter how devoted, could catch. For instance, one coach found that nearly 80% of her clients struggling with delegation often mentioned early childhood responsibilities. Now, that's not a connection she or anyone else might have made manually, but with AI, it's right there staring you in the face. Then there's the matter of time. Coaches spend so many hours just doing admin, you know, writing session summaries, chasing unpaid invoices, scheduling appointments. It's exhausting. But with basic AI automation, those tasks get reduced to minutes. Suddenly, a coach who spent 15 hours a week on this minutia has a full day back to focus on what really matters: developing new strategies, or just being fully present with clients. It's not just an efficiency gain, it's transformative. But perhaps the most profound impact of AI? It's the perspective it offers. We're all human, aren't we? We have biases, blind spots, preconceived ideas about what should work. AI doesn't. Well, I mean, strictly speaking, it has its own set of biases inherited from its data, but those biases aren't ours. It creates, let's say, a productive tension that leads to unique insights. Something worth reflecting on, isn't it? I remember the exact moment when all of this clicked for me. I was working with a coach, a brilliant one, who'd reached her breaking point. She wanted to scale her practice, but was drowning in data. We just introduced a simple AI tool to analyze her client notes, and there it was, a pattern she'd completely missed. The look on her face, it said everything. It wasn't fear, not exactly, it was awe. That was the day I knew AI wouldn't replace good coaches. It would make them exceptional. When we talk about artificial intelligence, there's often this nagging fear, isn't there? The fear that something so analytical, so cold and mechanical will strip away what makes coaching this deeply personal, almost intuitive practice. I hear it all the time. Will AI make my sessions feel robotic? Am I losing my edge? And you know what? I get it. I really do. Coaching is built on trust, on that unique connection between coach and client. Isn't that the foundation of it all? But here's the thing: AI doesn't replace intuition, it sharpens it. Imagine this: instead of spending hours wading through client notes or spreadsheets, AI gives you a distilled set of insights, clear patterns, actionable ideas. Suddenly, your mind is free to focus completely on the person in front of you. Isn't that what great coaching is about? Being present? One coach I worked with told me, "David, I'm more intuitive now than ever because my brain isn't clogged. with admin or logistics, and that stuck with me. More intuitive. The key, of course, is balance. We're not handing over our entire coaching practice to machines, are we? No, no. What we're doing is thoughtfully integrating these tools where they truly help. I'll give you an example. There's a coach, a truly remarkable professional, who was hesitant at first, but eventually adopted an AI-driven session analysis tool. You know what she found? Patterns in client dialogue she hadn't noticed before. Like she saw precisely the moments when her clients were energized or deflated. That insight, it was a game changer for her relationships with clients. And how did she start? Small. She chose just one task, streamlining her session prep. Let's face it, prepping for client sessions often feels like a time sink, doesn't it? But by using AI, her prep time dropped from 90 minutes to 20. 90 to 20. Just think what she did with that time. She didn't rush through her work or add more clients to her calendar. She took that time and reinvested it, listening more, asking better questions, being more, well, human in sessions. It's the irony of AI, really. Used the right way, it helps you focus on what makes coaching special. Now, the trick is being transparent, keeping your clients in the loop. Don't you think they deserve to know how these tools enhance their experience? I know coaches who'll explain the process, even showing clients the AI generated insights. It's not just about trust, it's about collaboration. One coach jokingly called it introducing the silent partner into her practice. I like that. Silent partner. It reminds us AI is there to assist, not dominate. So if you're considering this shift, start small, be thoughtful, and always, always stay human in your work. That's how we navigate this transition with integrity. When we introduce artificial intelligence into coaching, we're not merely implementing a tool, we're reshaping how deeply we engage with our clients and their trust in us. And with that comes responsibility. You see, coaching often involves highly personal, even vulnerable disclosures. If we're using technology to assist us, we owe it to our clients to take their privacy as seriously. No, more seriously than we take our own. Now, for some coaches, this might feel like stepping into treacherous waters, and I get that. The question often arises, how do we keep personal insights safe while using powerful AI tools? The answer starts with robust data policies. I mean, really robust. Encrypt all client files. Use tools that prioritize secure handling. And perhaps most importantly, keep your clients in the know. Transparency builds trust, doesn't it? A simple conversation telling them how their data is being managed, how it's being used, goes a long, long way in maintaining that sacred coach-client relationship. There's a coach I know who's addressed this beautifully. She created what she calls her green, yellow, red zones for conversations. Green zone? Anything can be entered into the AI tool, fully analyzed, processed, and synthesized. Yellow? It's limited, where she uses the AI for secondary analysis, but not for deep dives. And red? That's a strict no-tech zone. What's said there remains entirely between her and her client. No recordings, no AI involvement. And you know what? Her clients adore this approach. They feel their boundaries are respected while also appreciating the advantages AI brings to their sessions. It's thoughtful, isn't it? But ethical coaching isn't just about protection, is it? It's also about innovation and achieving new heights, all while staying firmly grounded in personal connection. Let me share a quick story. A coaching practice I admired developed an AI-driven predictive model. It could flag future challenges a client might face based on dozens of factors, everything from project timelines to their tone of voice in check-ins. And here's the miraculous part. They did it without ever compromising trust. By maintaining transparency, their clients felt seen and valued. The tool didn't run the show, it complemented it. So here's the takeaway. Ethics and innovation aren't opposites, they're partners. You can use AI to gain a competitive advantage without compromising your principles. And I'll tell you, when used well, ethically, humanely, AI doesn't just enhance coaching. It makes you better at what only you can do: connect, interpret, care deeply. And as we wrap up today, I invite you to think about how you balance these elements within your own practice. It's not about doing everything at once, but about starting where it matters. Because in the end, it's not the technology itself that transforms coaching. It's how we use it to amplify what makes us truly human. Until next time, take care and keep growing.